On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
My mom always taught me pay attention to whoever you're dealing with. Like I hold conversations. I like to listen to people's thoughts. So I know once I figure out a pattern of the way how you think, not that I know everything that you're thinking of. I'm not saying that, but just a pattern, and I'm paying attention to you and I listen to you. A lot of times, a lot of men don't listen. That's the problem. A lot of men don't listen. But when you actually really trying to protect something, like you paying attention to everything that goes in your woman's mind, your children's mind, like you like the guard dog, like what's going on? You feel me? So when something is different, you catch on it like immediately. It's like, oh, where you get that from? And Anton, you can probably when your wife is talking to one of her friends, which friend she was talking to.
Yep, I sure do.
I really had a question.
I had about 50,000.
But we can go to the next subject.
Go ahead, Lucky. Go ahead with your question, Lucky.
Well, because I agree with what's being said, but I'm trying to understand how that applies when you're with somebody that's a girlfriend for 13 years and you're with somebody that's a girlfriend. I can see his point, but what you were saying sound right, but it's like, why didn't you marry who you're with if you're worried about what your kids see demonstrated? And then I was wondering, when you said you were getting cheated on, typically, the woman's body, they pH balance. So like, I was just wondering, were y'all still sexually active when she was cheating? Because I was just wondering, like, regardless if her pattern was the same, our bodies are going to tell you based on many different things. So those were just my two questions. But yeah.
You muted, really.
Who was it for?
It's only for you. It ain't for
well,
me.
The cheating one was for you, but Rashawn, you said something about your kids see you demonstrated, but you're also a boyfriend of 13 years. So I was just
he's not a boyfriend. He said he was
married.
He was
married. With her. He was married to her, and he was with her
for 13 years.
Married.
Okay, well,
I wasn't
y'all
married.
were talking so long. I was trying to.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't married for 13 years. We was together. Nope. I met her when I was 16 years old.
But right now, are you in a relationship?
No, I'm divorced.
Oh, okay, so you're okay.
Yeah,
scratch that question.
Yeah,
I was just a cheater.
It's on you, really.
Okay, so on the cheating aspect, you talking pH balance and something else? No, and were we having sex? No.
Nope.
Oh, then that makes sense. Well, because I was just wondering if you were.
Yeah, and what I also introduced as the variable is that I don't think men pay attention. Like you women pay attention.
I pay attention.
But I was
just pay attention for sure.
I know every every crevice in my chick's body.
Right. Well, I'm not talking about crevices. We're talking about patterns.
I'm speaking figuratively, bro.
Well,
and for you not to pay attention to let me say this. For us, men can get to a point where, or I should say, in the beginning, it depending on the situation, like that you're not paying attention to certain things, but So wait, let me something different. Like
wait, let me pause you, Rashawn, real quick, because the caveat is for you and Anton, right? You guys are both speaking from perspectives of you've been with. Both of you guys have been in relationships at least one decade.
Married,
right? So of course you're gonna know your chick, right?
Yeah, I knew her before we even got married. Like,
Rashawn, can you give the timeline? Like,
You knew her at 16?
No, I knew her at 19.
That's fair.
Rashawn, did you?
We gotta bring this. We gotta bring this subject to a close.
I was married. I got married, then I had children. But I was.
I need my likes to get up too. I need the likes up.
I got married at 26. So
okay.
My spirit animal.
Okay.
Yeah, I got married at 26, right?
So your kids are still really young.
Yeah, my oldest daughter about to be 7 November 1st.
Okay. Oh, 7.
Oh, it's a sweet age.
So
yeah.
My thing is this. See, I grew up around women. My mom had me when she was 15 years old. my mom always taught me pay attention to whoever you're dealing with. Like I hold conversations. I like to listen to people's thoughts. So I know once I figure out a pattern of the way how you think, not that I know everything that you're thinking of. I'm not saying that, but just a pattern, and I'm paying attention to you and I listen to you. A lot of times, a lot of men don't listen. That's the problem. A lot of men don't listen. But when you actually really trying to protect something, like you paying attention to everything that goes in your woman's mind, your children's mind, like you like the guard dog, like what's going on? You feel me? So when something is different, you catch on it like immediately. It's like, oh, where you get that from? And Anton, you can probably when your wife is talking to one of her friends, which friend she was talking to.
Yep, I sure do. I know exactly who she was hanging around.
All right, gentlemen.
I know exactly which one she hanging around. I do. I know if my chick was just talking to Lucky the other day. I said, you must have been on the phone with Lucky. She said, how you know? I said, I knew it. All right.
If you guys are just tuning in, welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. Make sure you get the likes up, man. There's a lot of chatter going on if the likes not up. So let's take this moment right now to get the likes up. If you haven't, appreciate it. We're not asking for no money. We're just asking for the likes. That's all we want to get up. Also, while you at it, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all the super chats that came through and all the support. How y'all doing? Y'all okay?
I'm feeling great. It's been a great night.
Look, I'm digging this.
Yeah. All right,
JR, remember that part where you said like you keep your phone facing down just in case something falls?
I know you guys' phones was facing up.
You said in case something falls like randomly from the sky.
Yeah. I mean that, and then even
a meteor, right?
Yeah.
Meteor.
Well, I see with the lights off, and so I don't like that bright light when every time a notification comes, it's just lighting up the room. So just turn it over. It's nothing major. I think people are just overthinking. Again, thank you guys for all the constant support. Get the likes up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Moving on to our next topic. We're going to be talking about a little bit of plastic surgery, makeup and weave, and how we like the women dress. The next topic is, what looks do men prefer? What looks do men prefer? We're going to start with plastic surgery first. How do you guys feel about plastic surgery? Even any type of enhancement surgery, whether it's a breast lift.
I feel like people already know, but go ahead.
People already know what?
My views, but
Okay.
What are your views?
Go ahead. I'm gonna start with the ladies. Go ahead. I'm gonna start with you.
Right. Fun. Okay. Who? Start with who? Me?
What are your views?
On surgery?
Because you said you felt like people already knew. What was the thing you thought?
Well, because on Anton's channel, it just, some cosmetic surgery I don't see a problem with. Up until recently, I would say major surgery, because I started seeing more people are dying, different things. So those were just my two questions. But